Good morning, Siminico. We're going to continue on with what will, in fact, be the plaza. I know last episode I said I wasn't going to waste time doing that, but I think it'll be a little bit more impressive than what we've got going on over here. But first, I want to come back over to the university and change a name. We're going to have may as well just start from scratch. We're going to have the Wright Law School? School of Law would probably, I don't even know if that would fit in there. But anyway, that is the one and only name suggestion for a building here on campus that I've had in between the episode when I started asking for such things. So, yeah, I don't know if that's ever going to happen at this rate, but if you would like your name on a building or have a name you'd like on a building, the Wright, of course, being Phoenix Wright, video game reference. We do have 4 dorms, a biology school, a culinary school, the tech school, the School of Medicine, the ROTC school, which is going to be this. I'll just go ahead and put that in now so I remember for the future. The library, and somebody's happy. We just heard a harp music. Oh, and the theater. Right. Okay. So yeah, keep that in mind. Anyway, back to this. So we're just going to get rid of everything that is here, right? Oh, did you see those people? Must have been used as an attraction at one point, but, well, now it's gone. So, I'm actually going to pause this. We can see the theme is returning since I just got rid of that. I'm only going to pause it briefly, though, because, well, there's really no reason for me to be doing that, to be honest, but I'm going to do it anyway. So we're going to go back to the Hall of Records on this side, and I'm only going to use this as a point of reference because what I'm actually going to do is get rid of the roads and have it wrap around this. And the reason I'm changing these is because I want the twin buildings pointing out. Since the twin buildings, unlike these buildings, have those big television screens, I figure you kind of want to see them. So we'd have the road wrap around and they'd actually be seen rather than pointing out into the frontier of Siminico. So, here we go again. Boy. So back to, say, the double sidewalk. That seemed to work out all right. I guess we'll go there with that. It's not quite, yeah. Boy, that really bothers me about this game, how things do not line up. They're not quite symmetrical. Okay, so we've got that going. We'll put back in the television, which I guess can go a little bit further now. Get that, which the one, there we go. That's the one that points out to both. Get that down there. Boy, you know, I really don't think we need a police box, but why not, right? We'll put that right here. I mean, you're right. Does this building actually, this doesn't produce anything like that. It's the Hall of Records, of course. It's not one of the Justice buildings. So, anyway, what we'll do now is we will begin wrapping the road around. I'm not sure, though, if one of those buildings actually does, in fact, produce police, but if it does, then we will just, I don't know. I mean, these things increase visibility. They don't actually produce police themselves. They, I guess, prevent crime a little bit, or help. Natalie must be working there. Okay, so back to the other building that I just got rid of, the Propaganda Ministry. This is, I think, the only one we've unlocked of the twin buildings. So we'll have the other one flanking on that side. I don't know if I want it this close, though, because I'm going to get rid of that road, and it's just going to be sort of walk. So why don't we actually get rid of that again? It's a good thing I'm not playing with money. And, well, you know, if I push it back so it lines up, that'll leave a more centralized area, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of space in the back. So let me extend this road down this way, and I don't know how far I want this to actually go. I think I want it to bisect this section, but that's going to leave an awful large area. If we line it up with the actual roads from here, that'll create it slightly more narrow. So maybe I'll have this line up that way, and I just... this is going to cause some problems if I don't if I have it go all the way here. So maybe we'll have it veer off that way and have that street come all the way through. We'll have to do something like that. Anyway, back to the task at hand here. So I guess I can sort of centralize this rather than line it up to the back. That could look okay, I guess. And then we'll just leave it kind of back to... Well, okay, before we go doing that, let's just frickin' do this thing. We'll work on getting my sections of road together. And I guess it's going to go back that far then. Unless I want it to go here, which would mean that this... Well, I can always get rid of these. So I just want this to... Now see, if I put the road there, then that's not gonna... That's gonna squeeze that. I would have to put the 15 by 15 building, would probably fit right about there, so that would push it back, but I do want this park. So I guess we'll be making this quite a bit larger than I had wanted, actually. It's going to be quite large, because, see, this is going to carry down into the resort section, and not going to leave me very much. Well, I guess we got this all area over here for commerce buildings, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm playing this one by ear so far, because I'm not really sure how I wanted this whole thing set up. If I do extend it, I mean, that is a massive... What would I put there? I guess I could front it with other buildings. There are other authoritarian buildings, like the behavior control and all that. We could start pushing that along the edge of the plaza, but it wouldn't really carry the theme, is the thing. And this wouldn't fit in there anyway. So, that's decided for me. Well then. I'll just go ahead and get rid of all these roads, because I know... No, don't take that there. Disappeared. Okay. Wow. So obviously I had some idea of what I wanted this to look like, but not an exact... So that's where the road would be. Well, no, that's where the road would be. Now if we line it up on that diagonal, let's pull it back just a little bit. And then, you know what? I think that'll work. Although now this sidewalk doesn't make sense, does it? And it really kind of bothers me that it doesn't line up on that road. Well, whatever. Okay, so we'll get rid of this. Pull that back. Now that is a park? Venue. Authoritarian venue. Oh, see, we got like the rejuvenate... Oh, man, so we could actually do a little bit more for space if I pushed that closer. I need to look at this again. We've also got the state cafeteria, which is another building that could... and that one's got a big TV on the back, too. No, it doesn't. Okay. It must be on the front. Because this is the building that I think was meant to kind of look like that one building from the Apple commercial. Memorial Plaza is actually the one I want. So what else do we have, though? Department of Public Health. These little things are tiny. So that might be appropriate. And we'll have another building over here that we'll need. That rejuvenation center would actually probably fit the bill, seeing as how it is rather large. So we could fit that kind of over here on the other side of the what will be the Hall of Justice. Yeah, okay. So we'll put that Memorial Plaza back down here. And since those roads are going to be gone, we'll try and level this up. Well, okay, so this is the bigger building. There's going to be a smaller building. So visually, to lend weight to this side, we'll put it off-kilter that way. And then we'll match up the Hall of Justice on this side, too, since it will be uneven as well. Okay. Yes, I am a designer professionally. Pull that to there. Okay. I'll leave the rest of this so I can kind of, well, I guess not, because I'm going to line it up with the back road here when we do that. So, I mean, this is going to be a massive thing, and really, I could pull this forward so I could have the extra sidewalk, rather than just using this for the sidewalk. I could use my double plaza thing to make it look a little bit bigger. Okay, yes, do. Memorial Plaza, okay. We'll pull this forward by that one, and it's got to be on this side. Yeah, okay. So we've got that. Pull this like so. I guess we'll just level it up. This street is not going to be here either. But yeah, you know, I don't want to surround these buildings like this now, because these are going to be the walkways, and they could still be the walkways. I mean, they could, because otherwise it just seems kind of silly to do this. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll continue on. These are painted ground, essentially. So, oh, damn it. I want this. Would you let go of that? There. Oh no. Now what? I'm going to have to repaint over it, because otherwise I'm going to destroy my building. Whatever. Anyway. I should have repainted with asphalt. Something like that. Anyway, yeah. So I'll fiddle with how the ground layout works and all, because right now it's not working. And then I'll put in some other stuff. I don't know. But for now, we need to continue on with the buildings that I do have available. So we will put in that rejuvenation center. The re-education center, that's a pretty decent sized one too. We could put little ones along the back here. That would fit pretty nicely. I guess I should maybe leave myself some things, because I've got to line up the other building, which is Palace of Justice? No, that's the Palace of Justice. It's the Ministry of Thought that we're after. We are actually quite far from that. I thought by this point we've attained a few more. You know what? I guess we can put this back on now. Let's not have that going. So these actually take away. This actually provides happiness. We'll just continue on with that, though. Rejuvenation Center. See how much smaller this is? It really fits in better with that one. In fact, I think this cafeteria is about, well, not quite. But, you know, this is kind of the odd man out there as far as building size goes. Anyway, let's put that rejuvenation center down. And it's good that these are venues, because we've got over 100 people we need to put back in, which I will do. It's just that I wanted to set this up so that I could visually put, oh man, look at what I'm doing to my roads. This is not going to line up well, and I know now, because there's no actual like solid grid for me to sit at. Oh boy. I can't visualize how much space I'm going to need on the other side. Okay, can we just... There, okay. So we'll still connect that up. But yes, I wanted to do this so that I could start spacing out where I'm going to begin putting, people. Putting the housing and all that. So I guess we'll continue the road there and cross it so it makes some... Man, there's lots of people coming home from the venues. And I mean, really, the campus is mostly venue. I mean, yes, some of these count as residential, but I guess there are some workplaces. This is actually going to be a pretty decent spot, I feel. A spot that I have not completely filled in yet. I think we'll move that dojo out. It doesn't really fit. There are a few other buildings I just can't think off the top of my head what I want them to be. Back to... You know what? Let's start putting in homes. We're going to go back to our theme, because we're kind of losing the theme. And right now it's only state apartments, state housing. The bigger state housing, we need fewer happy people, which is going to be quite a chore, actually. 20 or fewer workers whose moods are worse than sad. 20 or fewer workers whose mood is better than happy. Yeah, I mean, we've got 136 just in the next tier above. We've got over 200 people more than happy. So that's not going to be on the list. We'll have to find something else. Let's just show all that we've got. Now, I don't remember where I saw it, but I do remember a long time ago. Again, with the long time agos. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think I also used these houses for models in my my very first Sims 3 Let's Play as well. I built a couple of houses that looked like these on the outside. Anyway, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I saw another picture of kind of an authoritarian mix, and it used a different type of home. I think it was kind of like these solar condos and townhouses, but it used those as the big stretch buildings as opposed to the horrifying state housing, which we will put in, but I just need something that's going to go down sort of a centralized, happy home. You know, I mean, it's going to be like an Outstotskin level 5 home. Housing projects, these don't actually create criminals, but they change criminals into hooligans, which, by the way, is why we had so many fires, because I've put in this fireworks stand which changes criminals into arsonists. So, I don't know if I want to get rid of this or not. I mean, the fact that we have a fire station that can deal with that, I'm not overly concerned, but I don't know. Yeah, so we're kind of missing out on the road traffic here. It's going to be blocked if we put any buildings in this way. But whatever. People seem to love this park. It is beautiful. It also increases criminals becoming vigilantes, but whatever. Okay, back to... Oh my god, I'm losing the thread again. Here we go. We need to find these freaking buildings. Now, I could do some brownstone, but there are... I guess maybe I haven't unlocked them yet. Let's go back down. Workers' barracks. Now, workers' barracks would be nice. We're going to have to increase our productivity. High-rise apartments. I think it might be a high-rise apartment. It might be a solar... Well, there's a solar worker barracks. It might be a solar... sky-rise apartments, I think, would look nice. Cyber core housing. I don't remember what that looks like. We need a lot more prosperity. We need that anyway because there is something else with that I want to use. No, there's a solar apartment... this one, the solar high-rise. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the building that was used. Oh well, we'll go with, I don't know, townhouses? How big are those? Not very big, actually. Block of flats? Those aren't very big either, at least vertically I'm talking about. I really don't want to put in the state housing just yet, but even the housing projects. I mean, if we're going to go housing projects, we may as well go state housing, right? And just stick with our theme. Because those aren't even as tall. We're looking at state housing projects are the tall ones. So I guess we put down projects and then replace them with the state for the theme. It's a lot less happiness to do this. And I would kind of like to go down this way with them. So what are we going to put here in the strange vertical blocks that this is creating? I haven't thought this out very well at all. This is where it's getting kind of tough, where I'm running into some problems. Well, maybe let's come at this from the other side then. Let's start moving from this pueblo to sort of that interstate of housing. So, for example, where I would like the state projects would probably be around about here. So, let's go ahead and just build a road that way. I would like to make these smaller blocks. I guess I could do that. I mean, these are pretty small blocks. I could just drag a road right up through here and bisect this. Creates kind of squarish blocks, but that's okay. So let's do that. Let's grab our authoritarian housing blocks. They are very unattractive, which is not going to help, and they are also government buildings, which will be affected by something. How are they going to be affected by this? Lowers their efficiency and simoleon production. So what's the efficiency for residentials? How does that play out? I don't know. But, man, this is going to just make this whole area absolutely horrific. Well, let's see. I guess they are square, so we're going to be able to fit 2 in there. And then, I don't really like that. How many would we fit if I did not have this road and just had the vertical lanes? That would make this difficult to fill in, though, because then there would just be this big central thing. But what if I did it with these? Just made this look damn awkward. Get rid of that. T-junctions everywhere. Okay, well, back to this, man. Wasted an episode doing absolutely fuck all. We'll be building over the ruins. Oh well. We'll pick another one. So we're gonna get 2 on either side of this. I could put these really close together. Let's just put them close together for now and see what I'm gonna come up with at the end. I'll have 2 left over at the end. Okay. So we want the second variation. So if I make a... Oh, suddenly tons of people are homeless. So what? So after you destroy the building, people get in there and then they get kicked out? Is that... Wow. So they stay in your city even after you're done with... Man, that's kind of harsh. Okay, people, you have homes again now. Put one there. Put the 4th one here, and I guess we'll put another one back in there. So, we're definitely going to want a crime box, and we may even want a police box over here. That is not actually... Is that a venue? Maybe it was a decoration. The Bobby box. Is that a... There it is. Bobby Station. I'm sure that'll be highly effective. We're going to have more criminals over here, too. Which, you know, will work out for this, I suppose, but... Oh, man. I don't know. Okay, well... I had kind of wanted something a little bit nicer, but I think the nicer high densities will have to be somewhere in along... Well, probably along here, actually. In fact, maybe that's not where I want these at all. Although I don't really want them blemishing the... what will be resorts. So this whole section is where it's going to have to start looking like crap, and then we'll have this area look nice. This area will be the resort. And then if we've ever unlocked something, we're going back to the people versus jobs. So I'll be able to start putting in farms and such. I can start building up productivity, maybe even prosperity. I forget which is required. Well, it's a destination rating for the docks, but that means maybe we can start putting in some of the resort stuff to raise that, so I can start putting in docks and finish that side of town. Definitely can put in farms and whatnot, though. But this is I'm gonna have to think about this one a little bit, because this is where it's starting to get a little bit rough in my mind. I have not visualized what is going to be out on that side of outside of Seminico. So yeah, I will do that. I'll end the video here, and I will see you next time.